After losing his adamantium at the hands of Magneto, Wolverine assembles a team to destroy everything connected to the Weapon X program. But the mission takes a completely unexpected turn when they discover someone got there before they did, and that something far more terrifying is waiting for them. The episode opens with the team Logan has put together to eliminate Dr. Abraham Cornelius, the man responsible for creating the Weapon X program. Joining him are Sabretooth, Garrison Kane, Maverick, and Lady Deathstrike. In the comics, Weapon X is the secret military program that experimented on mutants and ultimately created Wolverine, Sabretooth, and many others. Dr. Cornelius was one of the lead scientists behind the project. Over the years, several comic storylines and alternate realities have shown former Weapon X subjects joining forces to destroy the program, or stop anyone from bringing it back.
Quite the crew you pulled together.
Back in the episode, Wolverine explains to Morph that Cornelius is still carrying out illegal experiments, and with the team they've assembled, they finally have a chance to stop him once and for all. One interesting detail is Logan's decision to bring Yuriko along. While the two were never a couple in the comics, they did have a romantic relationship in the original 1990s animated series. The writers borrowed elements from Mariko's storyline and blended them with Yuriko's. In that version, Logan and Yuriko shared a romantic past before she became Lady Deathstrike. She even admits that she once loved him, but after blaming him for her father's death, she transforms herself into Lady Deathstrike in pursuit of revenge.
Yeesh, thought you and Jean were unhealthy.
The episode also makes room for a few comedic moments. In one scene, Sabretooth mocks Morph by calling him the team's pet. Morph immediately fires back, saying the only pet there is Sabretooth, wearing that mangy fur costume. As they fly toward their destination, a massive flock of birds suddenly slams into the helicopter. There are so many that the aircraft loses control and crashes. Morph is the first to regain consciousness, while Garrison Kane becomes the team's first casualty after being impaled by the wreckage. Wolverine, Maverick, and Lady Deathstrike survive the crash and soon discover that the birds were genetically altered as part of the Doctor's experiments. As they search for the rest of the team, Maverick is attacked by a massive bear that was also created through those experiments. The creature proves powerful enough to overwhelm both Maverick and Morph. Wolverine jumps in to help, but it's Sabretooth who ultimately brings the beast down. During the fight, the rest of the team realizes that Wolverine no longer has the adamantium Magneto ripped from his body. As they discuss what happened, Lady Deathstrike examines the bear's corpse and discovers it has been infected with some kind of virus. Moments later, they all notice a strange, unfamiliar smell. Following the scent, they arrive at the facility where the mutant experiments were being conducted, only to find that the entire perimeter has already been destroyed. Once inside, they find clear evidence that a brutal battle took place. The facility is completely deserted, and no one is there to greet them. As they move deeper into the complex, they discover signs that several of the test animals escaped, explaining both the bird attack and the bear encounter. With Cornelius nowhere to be found, they have no choice but to continue searching the facility.
Should we maybe pause and figure out how we're getting back home?
Tackle one problem at a time. We're here to do a job, so the job's getting done first.
Maverick picks up signs of life, leading the group to a room filled with dead scientists. Someone had already beaten them to it, wiping out what was left of the Weapon X program. That's when Dr. Abraham Cornelius finally appears, the only survivor. Lady Deathstrike immediately tries to kill him, and for good reason. Cornelius took Yuriko's father's research on adamantium and twisted it into the brutal Weapon X program, something she sees as a complete betrayal of his legacy. Although, to be fair, her father wasn't exactly a saint either. Lord Darkwind was a notoriously dangerous villain. You could say Cornelius simply found a way to turn an already sinister project into something even worse. But the worst was still ahead. Without warning, an alien insect bursts out from inside Cornelius's body, tearing him apart from the inside out. The insects waste no time swarming the group. During the attack, Lady Deathstrike is wounded while the others struggle to hold the creatures back, realizing they're waiting for the perfect moment to strike again. Just as the situation begins to spiral out of control, Morph transforms into the Hulk, buying everyone enough time to escape.
Good news is, this bunker's laced with adamantium.
As they retreat, Logan tells Yuriko there's something unusual about these creatures. He insists he's never smelled anything like them anywhere on Earth. Logan suggests pushing deeper into the facility in search of an exit that will lead them to the bay. Sabretooth, however, begins to suspect the whole mission is a trap set up by Wolverine.
You weren't there after the crash. Who's to say you didn't suck face with one of those things?
That accusation immediately turns the group against each other. Maverick points out that none of them landed in the same place after the helicopter went down, meaning anyone could have done something while they were separated. Morph tries to calm everyone down, but by now, no one is willing to trust anyone else.
Yeah, right.
As they continue through the facility, Lady Deathstrike walks beside Morph and starts calling him Tomo.
Is a magical shape-shifting fox from Japanese legend. A loyal sidekick to a heroic samurai.
She explains that no matter how you tell the story, Tomo never gets a happy ending, a comment that leaves Morph visibly unsettled. A little farther in, Sabretooth manages to power up several computers. Rather proudly, he points out that he knows his way around technology too, saying that after more than 200 years, he chose to keep up with the times instead of spending all those years just celebrating birthdays. Digging through the files, they uncover records connected to the Winter Soldier, the Weapon X program, and even Ant-Man. That's when Morph discovers a disc labeled with the Roman numeral 18. That number isn't random. In the comics, the Weapon Plus program includes numerous secret projects, from Weapon 1 to Weapon 10 and many others. Weapon 18 is one of those classified programs. When they play the recording, Dr. Cornelius appears alongside Logan, explaining what happened to the experiment's volunteers.
So much has been gleaned, despite only acquiring one of these brood.
Cornelius reveals that the brood were part of an experiment designed to create a new generation of super soldiers. Instead, the aliens infected every volunteer, sending the entire project completely out of control and turning it into a catastrophic failure.
Hardcore.
The moment the lights go out, all three of them go on high alert. The brood have made their way into the facility. One of them lunges at Morph, but Lady Deathstrike steps in just in time to save him. That's when Morph realizes the aliens aren't attacking at random. They're hunting for something very specific. The brood need hosts with strong genetics to ensure the survival of their species. Just as they piece that together, Maverick's voice comes over the radio. He's under attack by the brood.
Stop, please.
As they make their way through another section of the complex, they discover Omega Red suspended inside a stasis chamber. The last time he appeared, in the episode Deal with the Devil, the Russian villain was trapped inside a submarine loaded with missiles he never got the chance to launch. At some point, someone apparently recovered him and placed him back into containment, making it very likely that he'll cross paths with the X-Men again in the future. When Lady Deathstrike sees him, she remarks that the Russians tried to replicate her father's work. Although Sabretooth suggests killing Omega Red while he's defenseless, Morph objects, reminding everyone that Omega Red is basically one of the living dead. A short time later, they come across an adamantium chamber where they find Maverick badly wounded. Barely able to speak, he tells them the game's over. They were simply outnumbered. Morph asks where Logan is, but a thick fog begins to spread throughout the room. Without warning, Maverick is fatally attacked. When they finally manage to light up the area, they uncover the horrifying truth. Wolverine has already been infected by the brood. From that moment on, more brood swarm into the room, and Wolverine becomes just as dangerous as the creatures themselves. Lady Deathstrike takes him head-on while Sabretooth struggles to hold him back. In the middle of the chaos, stray gunfire hits the stasis chamber, accidentally awakening Omega Red.
You look as bad as I feel, comrade.
Taking advantage of the confusion, Morph transforms into Deadpool to help Lady Deathstrike and Sabretooth, leaving Wolverine and Omega Red to battle each other. Meanwhile, in another section of the facility, Morph insists they can't abandon Logan and that they have to go back for him.
We're not going anywhere until we save Wolverine.
Sabretooth flatly refuses, sparking a fight between the two. During the confrontation, Sabretooth tries to knock some sense into Morph, claiming Logan only came back to this place because he wanted his adamantium claws restored.
This had nothing to do with taking down Weapon X.
Concerned, Morph reminds everyone that Wolverine isn't the real problem anymore. If the Brood escaped the facility, they could infect the entire planet in no time.
Got a plan to go along with that speech?
Morph explains that after reviewing the data disks they found earlier, he uncovered something crucial. The Brood cannot survive the adamantium bonding process. Lady Deathstrike immediately understands what that means. The only way to save Logan is to bond adamantium to him once again. His healing factor should be strong enough to survive the procedure.
How the hell are we gonna lure him into the chamber?
Morph comes up with a plan. He transforms into Cyclops and starts taunting Logan, mocking him by saying Jean Grey will find out everything he's done, and that Scott will finally have the chance to be with her. Just hearing Jean's name is enough to draw Wolverine out of hiding. But Morph never intended to fight him. Unfortunately, Sabretooth loses his patience and ruins the plan by charging straight at Logan. As everything falls apart, Lady Deathstrike tries to force Wolverine into the chamber so the procedure can begin. With the plan nearly ruined, Morph drops the Cyclops disguise and makes one last attempt to reach Logan. He reminds him that he's still an X-Man and that none of them are willing to give up on him. But the infection has taken complete control, and Wolverine responds by attacking him without hesitation. Out of options, Morph transforms once again, this time into Jean Grey, hoping to buy just enough time to lure Wolverine into the adamantium chamber.
Logan.
Jean.
Elsewhere in the facility, Omega Red finally catches up to them, accompanied by several Brood. But instead of joining forces with the aliens, he mercilessly slaughters them. Once the creatures are dead, he turns his full attention to Lady Deathstrike and Morph, making it clear that he's been imprisoned for far too long. And now it's time to settle the score. Morph tries to buy himself a few more seconds by transforming again, this time into Spider-Man, hoping to make an escape. But it's no use. Omega Red quickly captures him.
Purify the world. Now I will kill Wolverine.
At the same time, the adamantium bonding procedure is successfully completed. The adamantium destroys the Brood infection inside Logan's body, completely eliminating the parasite. Fully recovered and armed once again with his adamantium claws, Wolverine returns to the fight and goes head-to-head with Omega Red.
I'm back, baby.
As the two clash in a brutal battle, Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, and Morph use the distraction to regroup with Logan and make their way to a nearby hangar, where they attempt to escape aboard a jet. As they take off, they watch the facility burn to the ground, with the Brood consumed by the flames along with the entire complex. Maverick is among those who don't make it out, his sacrifice bringing the nightmare to an end. Once they're safely in the air, Logan and Morph reflect on everything they endured to get there. Wolverine has finally reclaimed the adamantium Magneto stripped away from him, but he also realizes that victory came at a terrible cost: the life of Maverick.